Hi everyone. I think we're live. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well and that you had a fabulous week filled with amazing training, excuse me, amazing practices, and reaching some of your goals that you set out for yourself. Hi Belinda. I almost said hi Jeff. We're all the Jeffs, hey? So welcome. Yeah, today's practice is more of an intermediate practice. So taking it a little further or a little stronger for those who are inclined to. You will need, as per normal, your mats and a cushion. So nothing too fancy today. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how your bodies are feeling and how your week has been, how your month has been so far. Yeah, and fill me in a little bit about the training that you've been doing this week. So I've had a little bit of an easier week. I did a nice only 4 kilometers, but a little 4-kilometer walk around the farm this morning, which was so beautiful. Just to be out in nature, get some sun on my skin, super important during these times, I think, just to get that little bit vitamin D and just some fresh air. Hi, Elsemarie. Welcome. Hi, Rosalind. Happy Friday. Nice to have you here. I think you've been at every live session this week, Rosalind. How's your body feeling? You've done quite a lot of intense stuff this week. Hi, Lorraine. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So nice to have you all here. Just make sure you've got a pillow and your mats. And then, yeah, I mean, it is an intermediate practice, but I do know it's Friday. I know that most of you have probably been putting in 1 to 3, 4 sessions a day with Jeff. So please don't feel the need to make this practice a hard one. But if you do feel like challenging yourself, there will definitely be opportunity to do so. So that's completely up to you. Feeling strong, good. That's what I want to hear. So these practices are definitely geared at a little more intermediate in the body. So I also don't, the movements and the sequence is a little more complicated. The way our bodies move from shape to shape is a little more complicated. But it's really great just to get our neural pathways connecting. We'll get some nice mobility in the spine, activate the nervous system, activate the breath, and just do a nice all-in-all practice. Cool. Welcome everyone who's joining. Another week passed. We've got 5 minutes before we start. So if you can, maybe trying to make your space just as quiet and as private as possible, so that for the next 45 minutes, it's just about you on your mat, taking this time to really just relax into your body, integrate everything that you've done this week, really check in with yourself on all levels, as well as checking in with your body. If you've done a lot of hard work, then these sessions are really the opportunity to just feel where and how you've potentially picked up a bit of stiffness, or maybe strength, or maybe flexibility, because we slow everything down so much. Yeah, I see we're having a bit of technical issues, but bear with us. Lindsay, welcome. Are you joining for the session? Yay! That's amazing. That makes my heart happy. Hallo Liandi, lekker om jou te sien. Jy sit seker nog by die werk, so ek neem aan jy gaan nie nou die klas doen nie. Ek hoop jy gaan hom later doen. Hallo Neil, welkom. Ek weet nie of jy die practice gaan doen nie. Welcome everyone. So let's give it a few minutes before we start. As always, look after your body, practice at your own rate, take a break when you need, take a nice deep breath every now and then of course, just setting your intention for the practice. So those who've been following, you will have your June intention in your awareness throughout the practice. Those who have not set one, you can set a new intention now that you'll carry with you throughout the practice. Great stuff, guys. So let's give it a few more minutes. Let me know, how are you all feeling? What's going on in your bodies? What have you found challenging this week? Or maybe breakthroughs that you've made, personal goals that you've reached. I'd love to hear how it's going with all of you on a personal level. You know, we're all on this journey together, so I'd love to hear how everyone's doing today. And what are your weekend plans? Are you guys joining for the wedding session tomorrow with Suri? That is definitely going to be a lot of fun, I can only imagine. And then we're back to Sunday, and then back to a new week. Cool. So nice to have everyone here. So like I was saying, if you've just joined in, this is more of an intermediate practice, but you'll still get a good stretch in, are going to work a little bit, so take it at your own pace. If you'd like to push yourself a little more, then you can push yourself a little more. If you want to take it easy, you can take it easy. I'm super excited for tomorrow's wedding workout. I know, I really hope I can make it. There are day classes now. I need to check the new schedule updates. Hi Janice, yes, check the new schedule. If you are talking about the flow classes, then this intermediate class happens every Friday and every Monday at 12:30. And then of course on Wednesday is the Jeff top up for stretching. That's at 12 on a Wednesday. And then Tuesday and Thursdays remain the evening classes. The beginner Jeff flows at 5:30. So just check out the schedule, make sure you're receiving the newsletter and that you're on the WhatsApp groups just to receive all the information that you need to make sure that you don't miss out on your favorite Jeff sessions. All right, about another 2 minutes or so. So if you haven't gotten that intention, you can already bring yourself into a comfortable seat on your mat. Make sure your space is nice, prepared and quiet. Have a last little sip of water if you need before we move into the practice, so that for the 45 minutes that you're on your mat, you remain focused, you remain grounded, and just really quiet in the mind. We just allow ourselves that 45 minutes that we've set aside to just be quiet and connect. Hi Sari, nice to have you. Hallo Gerda, welkom. Ek hoop jy gaan join vir die hele klas. Hi Annie. Absolutely. I mean, I always say, I would say I'm not biased, but I am biased. So, yes, yoga is a good end to the week. It's the good end to a day. It's a good start to a week, and it's a good start to a day. So, and then of course, it's a good break in the middle of the day. So just slot it in whenever you need it, and it will serve you. All right. So I think let's get started, guys. All right, so you'll need your cushion. We're going to come to sit in Virasana. So how that looks is your knees are together, you move your feet apart, and ultimately you're looking to bring your buttocks down to the floor and the inside of your feet, okay? This can be very strenuous on the knees. So then potentially it looks like this for you with a cushion underneath your buttocks, okay? If this doesn't feel great at all, don't worry about it. Please just bring yourself into an easy cross-legged seat. Again, you could sit on your cushion, and if that doesn't feel good either, then you could even just sit with your legs out straight in front of you. All right, so up to you how you'd like to, in what seat you'd like to start. We'll take a loop of the shoulders, and let's just bring the back of our hands onto our thighs. Sit nice and tall and close your eyes. And then we're going to connect to the breath. So I'd like you to take a full deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And again, a full deep breath in through your nose and a deep exhale through your mouth. And one last breath like that, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just come to your natural rhythm of breath. Allow your inhales to draw slowly in through the nostrils. And your exhale slowly out through the nostrils. We'll just move through a few rounds like that. So your next inhale, let the inhale count for 4. When you need to exhale, let it count for 8. Inhale for 4. And exhale for 8. Two more like that. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Normal breath. Remaining in your seat for just a few more rounds of your regular inhale and exhale. Noticing how natural it is for the body to invite the breath in. And then we'll slowly open our eyes. Coming into a bent knee forward fold. So you release your hands forward. Tuck your toes under. Your feet should be hip distance apart. If your legs were crossed, you'll just make your way into the shape. You can place your cushion to the side. Allow the knees to be bent. Reach for your opposite elbows. And then you can kind of wiggle through the side body. Allow your head to be heavy. And just kind of droop yourself down. You can sway a little side to side.
Just allowing all the liquids, the fluids to move in and around the brain and the eyes. And slowly start to pedal out the legs, maybe straightening them out a little more. Beautiful. And then come to stillness. Release your hands. So moving into horse pose. So look forward and heel toe the feet apart so that they're wider than hip distance. My toes are facing out, my heels in. I'm going to bend into my knees and I'm going to roll my spine to sit up. I'm going to bring my hands onto my thighs, straighten out my arms, and then kind of sit on myself, if you know what I mean. Like I'm kind of hanging on myself with my arms. So we're going to get into our inner groins a little bit. But I'd like you to lift and spread your toes for a moment. So notice you want your inner arches of your feet to lift. Your feet are nice and active. And then allow the toes back down. Watch for not leaning forward too much. And so you're feeling for rolling your outer thighs down to the floor. Okay, so this will be our inhale. On your exhale, let's start to go to the right. So left hand will press into inner left thigh. You'll dip your shoulder, rotate through the spine, and then twist to look up over your right shoulder. That's your exhale. Inhale to center, and then switch. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Back through to center. 3 more to each side. Exhale. Center, inhale. To your left. Exhale. Center, inhale. To the right. Exhale. Back through to center. To your left. And back through to center. Last round. Stay with me. Keep your knees nice and bent. Your feet alive. And back to center. And over to the other side. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Straighten out the legs. Give the legs a bit of a break. Move into a 5-pointed star. So really reaching through the arms. You could turn your heels slightly backwards now. And then just reach up. Try and make yourself as big as you can. Squeeze the legs straight. Draw the lower belly in. Nice. And then bring your hands back to your hips. Heel toe your feet just a little closer than that horse. So you can bring yourself to sit down into a squat. Okay, so hands can come down in front of you. Your feet can be facing quite a bit forward, but not out of line with the center of your knee. So you don't want your foot turned out more than your knee. You want that nice alignment from joint to joint. Bring your hands out in front of you, interlace your fingers. Okay, so this is a really nice exercise, good for the digestive system, nice and strong in the legs, and then obviously we really get our breath moving. So coming to sit will be our exhale. When we need to inhale, work with me. You'll come all the way up, lift your arms. If you can find your balance, lift your heels and go full stretch in the belly. And then exhale. Sit back down. So we're going to go 9 more rounds. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep going. Inhale. Squeeze your buttocks as you come up. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pause here. Change the interlace of your hands. Your next inhale, reach up.
And exhale, sit. 4 more, stay with me. Inhale. And sit. Inhale, lift the lower belly. Now squeeze the thighs, squeeze the buttocks, and sit down. Exhale. 2 more. And sit. And last one. Stretch through the belly. And come to sit. Nice work. Hands come forward. Lift the hips and heel toe the feet wide apart now for Prasarita, so our wide-legged forward fold. Now my toes are facing forward. My heels are just slightly outwards. I'm waking up the front of my legs, allowing the back line to open. So when the front of the legs are nice and active, the back line can release. Watch that you're not hanging back into your heels. So bring the weight a little forward to the front of the heels and the balls of the feet. And then depending how low you are to the ground, if you're quite high up, you might take your opposite elbow reach from our first round when we were with our legs together. Otherwise, hands could be down to the floor or hands could rest all the way back behind you. Pick your variation of your arms and we'll just stay inverted for 5 full breaths. Keep breathing. See if on the inhales your spine can lengthen a little more. On your exhales, can you soften a little more into the shape? After your 5 rounds of breath, bring your hands forward under your shoulders and then just press into like a halfway lift as we just allow all the blood to drain back out of the face and the head. You can take a little bend in the knees if you need to bring the spine all the way up. Bring your hands to your hips. We'll move into our warrior 2 to the right. So for warrior 2 pose, I'm going to turn my right toes out to the right. I've got a heel to heel alignment. My back foot now, my left foot is parallel to the short edge of my mat. My front foot parallel to the long edge of my mat. I'm going to reach my arms out. And then without taking my torso to lean forward, I'm just going to lunge into my front leg and try and bring that front thigh as parallel to the floor as I can. I'm going to squeeze this left thigh back and I'm going to roll like we did in our horse pose, my outer right thigh down. And I'm going to look over my right fingertips. My shoulders are relaxed and I'm getting this beautiful stretch here in the inside of my left thigh. Draw lower belly in, hold 1 more breath. Nice. Straighten out right leg. Bring your toes to face forward again. Bring your hands to your hips. And we'll take it to the left. So now you might shuffle left toes out or left heel in. Again, foot parallel to the long edge of your mat. Back foot parallel to the short edge of your mat. Arms reach out. Open facing hip pose, which means I'm drawing this right hip back, but it's still going to roll slightly forward. And then I lunge into my left leg, trying not to take the torso forward with me, but rather to pull it back, squeeze my right thigh back, roll my left thigh down, draw my belly in, strong, straight, active arms, but down away from the ears. Deepen your breath. Hold 1 more here. Nice. Straighten out left leg. Turn the toes forward and bring the hands back to the hips. All right, we'll move to our extended side angle from our warrior two. So let's set up warrior two to the right. Turning your toes out, arms extend, lunge nice and deep. So for this first variation, we're going to bring our right forearm onto our right thigh, back palm flips up, and you're going to pull it all the way up and over. So if that feels very intense in the neck, you could look forward or even down. Try to keep this bottom part of the rib cage as long as the top part. And again, squeeze your right sit bone down and in. Squeeze your left thigh back. Hold one more breath. Nice. Reversing our triangle. Bring that left arm back. Extend your right leg. And then take your left hand down your left thigh. Flip your right palm up. And just release that through a nice stretch in the right side body. Beautiful. Coming back up, we're going to take a long triangle pose. So send your hips back, take your right hand to your right shin. You might take it down to the floor, but I'm going to keep mine on my shin so I can keep length through both side bodies. I'm going to bring this top arm up, look up to my left hand. Watch for not locking out your right knee. Hold one more breath. Look down, warrior two. Straighten out the right leg, turn the toes forward. Okay, so adjust as you must before we move that to the other side. So your mat, except for your body, that's your first prop. Your mat really is your second prop. So you can use it to really see how your alignment is looking, making sure that your feet are in line with one another and where you are on your mat. Okay, let's meet warrior two to the left. Toes turn out, arms extend. I'm going to take a deep lunge into my left leg. I've got my heel to heel alignment. Finding my extended side angle, I bring my left forearm to my left thigh. Right palm flips up, and I'm going to draw it up and over. Oh, such a nice pose. Stretch through the right side body. Roll your left sit bone down and squeeze your right thigh back. Deepen your breath. We hold for 2. Last full breath in 1. Beautiful. Reversing our triangle. So let that right hand guide you up and back. Straighten your left leg. Right hand slides down right thigh. Left palm flips up and draws you up and back. You could curl your ears all the way back. Triangle pose. Bring yourself back up. Take your hips to the right without kind of letting this right hip push forward. Squeeze it back. Send your hips back. Left hand, left shin. Right arm to open. Look all the way up. Try roll your right rib cage up to the ceiling. Curl your left sit bone down towards your right. One more breath. Look down. Warrior 2. Straighten out the legs. Hands to hips. And turn your left toes forward. So nice. Okay. We're going to move into Prasarita. So toes forward, heels back. Let's reach the arms up. Inhale. And then fold yourself all the way forward. Exhale. And now allow a nice bit of space in the lower back. Deepen the breath. One more breath here. Nice. Okay, bring yourself up halfway. We're going to walk to lunge across our right leg, coming into a nice long lunge. Place your left fingertips down to the left and take a twist to your right. So opening up the right rib cage, you got a strong left leg. Come back down to center as if you're moving all the way across. Through center now to the left. Right fingertips out to the side. And open up left side of the chest. Look down. And bring yourself all the way back through to center. All right. From here, take a little turning of the heels in. Bend the knees again. Roll up into your horse pose. Loop the shoulders, hands to thighs. Take a little wiggle from side to side. And then draw the shoulders slightly back. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and open up your chest. Full deep breaths, your legs are nice and strong. Watch for your knees like kind of conking in. Press firmly into the outer blades, balance, outer blades of your feet. Slowly relax. Arms in front of you, take that same finger on top as you just had. Flip your palms, sit a little deeper round, tuck your chin. Come all the way up, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Release the arms, take your heels back, fold forward, Prasarita. Full breath in through the nose. Let's all take a sigh out through the mouth. Beautiful. Back into that horse pose, heels in, bend the knees, roll the spine up. Again, you can kind of just oil into the joints, really feeling into the pelvis, the hip bones, and the thigh bones. Arms move out and behind. Second interlace, if you can, you're bringing the heels of the hands to touch behind you. Your shoulders are really rolling back. You're opening through the thoracic. One more breath. Release, hands out in front of you. Same finger on top. Flip your palms to deep round curl, chin in. Straighten your legs, raise your arms. Split the hands on your way down, turn your heels back. Prasarita, fold forward. Alright, again, if you need to bend your knees to come up, you do. Otherwise, straight legs, bring yourself up, hands to hips. We're going to move back to our extended side angle, this time with the option to bind. So let's move warrior 2 to our right. And then find that extended side angle. So if you want to play with your bind here, flip your top palm up to the ceiling. Bring that arm behind you. You'll see it's an internal rotation of this top shoulder now. I like to lift. So I can bring my hand around my inner thigh. And then maybe that's where you stay and play. So that your legs are holding, your torso is really strong. If you're going further than that, internal rotation of right arm, left hand moves to the right hand. And you rotate rib cage open. Take 2 full breaths wherever you are. Nice. Then you'll release. Move to your reverse triangle. And then simply come back up. Turn your toes forward. Really nice, everyone. Stay with me. Warrior 2 to the left. Extended side angle. Okay, so remember, if you're taking a half bind, it's the top palm up, round and behind you, internal rotation of this shoulder with a hand to wrap around the thigh. So what's nice about this is it's helping me to get that left sit bone down a lot. And then maybe that's where you stay. Otherwise, left hand moves in and down. Release your top arm and then find that bind with the arms. Strong legs, 2 full breaths. Nice, everyone. Release. Find your reverse triangle. And then bring yourself back up. Toes to turn forward. And release yourself all the way down. Good work, everyone. Let's take a halfway lift. Okay, so moving towards side splits. For a lot of you, this might be enough already. You might already be feeling, whew, okay, I feel my back line, I feel my inner groins. That's kind of where I'm going to stay. Okay, otherwise, if you're working towards your side splits, really hard poses, you're going to take your feet as far apart as you can, and then from there, perhaps you're coming down onto your forearms. You could even lift onto your heels, which allow you to slide maybe a little further. Don't go too far though, because you need to be able to pull yourself up at any time without hurting yourself. Okay, so maybe you don't go to your deepest. Here, I like to let my pelvis move back and forward in space. Really easy, really gently. Let's hold a few more breaths. Completely soften your shoulders and your face and the head. Okay. And you'll press into your hands. You're going to heel toe the feet all the way together. Bend your knees. Curl your tailbone down and slowly roll your spine all the way up. So nice, everyone. Okay. So we've got pretty strong, awake, connected legs now. We're going to take a little bit of a standing back bend. So I'll just show you from the side. You can move with me. Strong legs. I'm going to bring my hands onto my sacrum, so this flat part of my spine. I'm going to squeeze my elbows together. Okay, from here, I first start to lift up before I go back. So I can kind of go back, but then I lose all my connection, okay? So I'm going to move up. And once you move up, there's an automatic arcing of the spine. So starting to lift up, up, up. Keep your chin tucked. Maybe that is where you stay. Okay, you could go a little deeper, almost like you're bringing your chest parallel to the ceiling. Keep your chin tucked. Strong legs. Nice. And bring yourself all the way up. Release your hands. You take a little wiggle. Maybe a little roll the neck side to side. Or in a circle. So make sure you do equal amounts both sides. Alright, let's do a second one. For those who are advancing in their practice, you could obviously slide your hands down to the thighs. So I like to take my feet even a little wider here. My toes are not turning out. I'm not turned out, because then you squeeze into your SI joint lower back. So my toes are facing forward. I might even, I would keep my feet pretty much parallel. Hands can come to the lower back, and then you could move here, or you could start to walk your hands down your thighs. Once you found this shape, maybe you release the head back. You want to be really stable in your legs though. To come out as symmetrically as possible, head comes last. And then again, just take a loop of the shoulders. Allow the ears to rest to either shoulder. And then just kind of soften through the back. Let's take an inhale, reach the arms up. Bend your knees a lot like you're coming to sit down into a chair. Feel how your tailbone curls down. And then from here, reach your arms forward. Allow the whole spine to round.
Slowly you can start to straighten out your legs. Okay, just to release that lower back a little more, heel toe your feet together, big toes to touch. We'll play a little with our crow pose. So crow balance, a little arm balance, okay? Don't take it too seriously. Focus on drawing your lower belly in so we can release any tension caused by twists or back bends through the practice. So how I like to go into this pose. So I like to keep my hips high and keep my big toes touching. Then it's almost like I'm in this little energy circuit. So they aren't random parts of my body doing whatever they want to do. It's all connected. Okay, you can lift your heels nice and high and then separate your knees. Bring your hands down in front of you like you would for a cat-cow or a downward dog. My knees are squeezing right into my upper arms, my armpits, and then here I play with transferring my weight. I'm trying to keep my big toes touching. If you fall out, you move back in, your head is lifting, and then you're squeezing your heels up to your buttocks. Okay, so we're just doing this to release the lower back. And then let's release the feet back down. Bring yourself all the way to sit down and cross the legs. Nice, everyone. Okay, so you could either have your legs crossed like this, so just an easy seat, or if it's in your practice, then it's a half lotus, right leg on top. Okay, we'll move into a twist. So both arms to reach up, and then you'll twist around. So option to stay here, whether you're easy cross-legged or in a lotus, or because we've done some nice binding already, this right hand could come all the way around and reach for your right foot. Meet yourself where you are today. And let's take 3 full breaths, in and out through the nose. Nice. Bring the gaze forward, unravel. From here, I want you to bring your right foot off if it's not in front. And then you're going to take your feet nice and wide. So keep the cross that you were in, but pretty much you want your feet as wide as your knees. So if I kind of brush the outside of my knees, in other words, I'm crossing at my shins. I'm not crossing at my ankles. You're going to reach both arms up. And then you're going to take a forward fold, and it's such a nice outer hip stretch this. You'll tuck the chin, walk your hands forward as far as you can go, and then relax your head down. And slowly bring yourself up, and then simply change, either an easy seat, cross-legged. So now you can see how you'd cross your ankles normally in an easy seat. That's fine. Or if you took your half lotus on the other side, you're going to take your half lotus now. Find both sit bones grounded. Reach both arms up, full breath in. And then twist to your left. Left fingertips either behind you, propping you to sit up straight, or you're taking that bind with that left hand to reach onto your left foot, and you're twisting from the navel. Remember, it's 3 full rounds of breath in and out through the nose. When you feel satisfied, unravel the head first, and then the arms and the shoulders. Bring this left foot forward,
Now slide the feet away from one another. So you're crossing at the shins. I've got a flex in my ankles so that my feet aren't hurting. I reach both arms up. And then I reach forward, lengthening through the lower back, reaching my arms forward, and then lastly, softening my head down. Take your breath right into the back body. Beautiful. And then you'll bring yourself back up. Alright, so you're going to take your right leg to extend out. And your left heel kind of comes in line with your pubic bone. We're going to take a twist over our right leg. So very similar to what we just did. We're just changing the shape of the legs and the pelvis, of course. And then switch. Take the twist over your bent leg. And now keep your chest as it is, but look forward. So we're going to keep twisting to our left. But you're going to bring your right hand either on your right thigh or to the inside of your right thigh. And then this top arm is going to reach up as you allow your right ear to soften down. And then slowly pull top arm up, over, round, and down. And back past you. And again, up, over, round, and down. Last one in this direction. Roll that left rib cage open. Beautiful. And reach that arm up. Now you're either just going to stay here, or you could take your hand again into that bind shape and just open up to the side, open up the left side of the neck. Release your bind. Take a little lift to rotate over your right leg. I like to take my left hand to the outside of my right foot, my right hand to the inside, bend my elbows, and then bring my nose and my forehead to my shin. And release to come up. And then we'll switch. Left leg to extend. Right knee to bend. You'll reach both arms up. Take a twist to your left. And take a twist to your right. Alright, you'll bring your gaze forward. Remember, we're keeping our chest open to the right. You're going to bring this left hand on top to the inside of left leg. Left ear softens and the right arm reaches up. From here, pull that right arm up, forward. Remember, left foot's nice and flexed, down in front of you. Back behind you. Full breath in, reach the arm up. Reach it up and over, full stretch. And then past. Remember, last one here. Make it count. Full expression through the hands,
Feel the skin stretch across your body. And then bring it down. Nice. And reach top arm back up. Okay. And you're going to take that little lift. Bring your top hand to the outside maybe of that left foot. Opposite hand. Bend the elbows and maybe come all the way down to that left leg. And then let's bring ourselves back up. Reverse tabletop, bringing both feet down, fingertips to face me. Press into your hands, press into your feet, squeeze your buttocks, take a stretch through the shoulders. You're trying to get your hips nice and high. And then sit yourself back down. Extend both legs forward. Reach your arms up. Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Releasing down. Nice, slowly roll up. Take a loop of the shoulders. Alright, and then we'll just take a little Shavasana, final resting pose. So if you're close to a wall, you know I always say put your legs up against the wall, invert your legs. If you're not close to a wall, then you'll just come into your normal Shavasana pose, maybe with a cushion. Arms can relax out to the side, feet flopping out. If there's any sensitivity in the lower back, bend your knees. Take your feet nice and wide and let the knees just fall in on one another. You can rest your hands on your belly or up above your head. Let's see how that feels. Maybe it feels perfectly fine just to be lying flat, spread out on the floor. Your arms can be nice and far away from your body, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take a full breath in and full breath out. Shavasana. Don't allow the mind to drift off quite yet. Stay in your body, on your mat, in your practice. And see if you can relax just 10% more. When you're ready, you'll start to invite some movement
into your fingers and your toes, and your arms and your legs until you work your way into a full body stretch and a full body squeeze. And you can roll over onto your right or left side. Press into your hand to bring yourself gently back up into a seat. And bring one hand and the other across the heart space. Close your eyes. Connecting to your own heart, your own heartbeat. And this individual pace within yourself. May you move from this connection. And so you're moving to your own beats, you're moving to your own rhythm. And thank you all for sharing your practice today. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and that felt good in your bodies. I feel my legs after that one little bit. And I look forward to next week, guys. Another week of 5 classes, Monday to Friday. We've got a class every day. Such a pleasure, Belinda. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, and as I say, any requests at any time is welcome. If there's specific parts of the body that you know are taking a bit of strain and need a bit of stretching or relieving or some mobility, always let me know. And other than that, please, look after yourselves this weekend. Drink a lot of water. Have a good time. Rest. Do some of the flows from this week if you've missed any of them. And I hope you have a great weekend. Such a pleasure. Yay, Roz. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Lindsay. Jy is stunning. Baie dankie. Ek's baie bly jy het dit geniet. Such a pleasure, Annie. So glad you guys enjoyed it. Pleasure, Chrissy. Happy Friday, Rita. Such a big pleasure. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. And I hope to see you all back next week. Or to see some comments on the flow sessions that you perhaps are catching up on. Let me know how those go. I go through as many comments as I can to try and get back to everyone. I love feedback and just knowing how these sessions feel in your body. And so thank you all for joining, and I will catch up with all of you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.